Yes, of course, I can do it.
Let's hear it.
Alex, stop running away for me.
And just
Is Pereira's striking really overrated? Ankalaev thinks so, and he's ready to prove it. Magomed Ankalaev sends chilling warning to Alex Pereira ahead of UFC 313. Guys, we're giving away $500 once we hit 500 subscribers. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for a chance to win. Alex Pereira is just weeks away from his first title defense of 2025, aiming to repeat the success of 2024, when he earned Fighter of the Year honors. In 2024, Pereira defended his title more than any other UFC champion, winning 3 fights and becoming the promotion's biggest star. At UFC 313 on March 8th, Pereira faces the toughest challenge of his MMA career when he takes on Magomed Ankalaev. Ahead of the fight, Pereira caught some criticism from Daniel Cormier for taking time off from his training camp.
Every time I see this guy, single leg. Every time, single leg. Every time.
Magomed Ankalaev has now responded to Pereira's training video. After showing that he's fully focused on his camp and not distracted by side activities, Pereira shared a clip of himself and his head coach, Glover Teixeira, working on takedown defenses in the snow. Ankalaev is widely seen as Pereira's toughest test yet because of his wrestling skills and ability to control fights with his cage pressure. However, Ankalaev believes he can outstrike Pereira, saying the Brazilian's striking is overrated. This raises questions about whether Ankalaev will rely on his wrestling advantage during the fight. In response to Pereira's snowy training video, Ankalaev sent a chilling warning to the champ. His stand-up is overrated, Ankalaev said. He believes he'll outstrike Pereira in their UFC light heavyweight title fight. Ankalaev has made it clear that he's eyeing a title shot, criticizing Pereira's striking. Despite Pereira's rise as one of the UFC's biggest stars, Ankalaev claims the Brazilian's striking skills are overhyped and that Pereira's aggressive approach will play into his hands. Definitely he has a strong punch, but I think overall his stand-up is overrated, Ankalaev told MMA Junkie. In his fights with Jamahal Hill and Prochaska, he showed some things, but you could see he moves forward with the same style. He's been lucky not to face serious competition yet. I have wrestling skills, but I'm ready to fight him standing up and test him. After his win over Prochaska, Pereira hinted at a potential move to heavyweight, which Ankalaev doesn't believe will work out for him. I don't know why people think he's going to move up to heavyweight. I don't see it happening. With no wrestling, it's going to be hard for him. Maybe one fight. But when he came to light heavyweight, he cruised through the division, and I'm still here. Ankalaev added that he plans to send Pereira back to Brazil without the title. Good for him. I'll soon send him back to Brazil beltless, he said, showing just how confident he is ahead of their showdown at UFC 313. As UFC 313 approaches, the rivalry between former middleweight champion Alex Pereira and top contender Magomed Ankalaev has intensified. Both fighters have been vocal about their views on each other, and the trash talk has been heating up. In a recent UFC 313 interview, light heavyweight contender Magomed Ankalaev was asked about his interaction with UFC Hall of Famer Daniel Cormier, who had attempted to teach him some English.
He said he'll keep fighting guys, and then there'll be nowhere to run. If he gets through this fight on Saturday, and I walk up to him with that microphone, in English, could he say, Pereira, stop running? Because then that would get him a title fight. If he could say that in English, look at that camera, that would get him a title fight.
Alex, stop running away.
Stop running away.
Yeah, like this.
The humorous moment occurred when the interviewer asked Ankalaev to recite the phrase that Cormier had taught him during the week. Alex, stop running away from me. If we talk about the debate over who holds the upper hand, then the Alex Pereira's striking remains his crown jewel, a weapon forged through years of glory kickboxing dominance, where he became the only fighter to hold titles in 2 weight classes simultaneously. His 85% knockout rate in MMA stems from surgical precision, blinding hand speed, and a mastery of distance that allows him to land fight-ending blows, like his infamous left hook or knee strikes, from seemingly impossible angles. Pereira averages 6.15 significant strikes per minute, with a 60% accuracy rate in UFC title fights, per UFC stats, and his ability to blend feints with explosive combinations has flattened elite strikers like Israel Adesanya and Gigi Prochaska. Crucially, Pereira's 7.2 knockdowns per 15 minutes in the octagon, the highest among active UFC champions, prove his unparalleled ability to shift momentum in seconds. Magomed Ankalaev, however, brings a multifaceted arsenal that could disrupt Pereira's rhythm. A combat sambo world champion with a 17-1-1 UFC record, Ankalaev boasts a 92% takedown defense rate and averages 1.6 takedowns per fight, often using his Dagestani grappling pedigree to smother opponents against the cage. But it's his underrated striking that makes him uniquely dangerous. Ankalaev lands 3.54 significant strikes per minute with 52% accuracy. But his strikes are strategic: jabs to set up traps, calf kicks to erode mobility, and a piston-like left straight that dropped Thiago Santos and Volkan Oezdemir. This isn't just a title fight. It's a war between a knockout king and a grappling beast, and only one will walk out of the cage alive. The stage is set for one of the most explosive UFC main events of 2025. Reigning light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira, a knockout artist and undefeated Dagestani contender Magomed Ankalaev. It all started with a cryptic tweet. On January 16th, Pereira teased fans with a vague, "Stay tuned, Chama." The MMA world exploded with speculation, and fans immediately connected the dots. "We all know it's Ank," tweeted one supporter, while another warned, "My goat will bury Ankalaev alive." But Pereira had previously dismissed Ankalaev, tweeting, "It won't be Ankalaev," in December 2024, sparking a viral feud. Ankalaev fired back, calling Pereira a chicken and vowing to hurt him like never before. The tension reached a boiling point when UFC CEO Dana White confirmed the fight during UFC 311's broadcast. Ankalaev, tired of waiting, tweeted, "Brazil, sorry what I'm going to do to your boy." A not-so-subtle dig at Pereira's fanbase. Pereira never one to back down. He clarified his earlier remarks. "I said it wouldn't be Ankalaev who beats me. This isn't just a title defense, it's personal." Alex Pereira, with a professional record of 12 wins and only 2 losses, is a former kickboxing phenom who has transitioned seamlessly into the world of mixed martial arts. Known for his devastating knockout power, Pereira's fists are often described as being made of stone. Standing tall at 6 feet 4 inches, he possesses an impressive 80-inch reach, which he uses to keep his opponents at bay while setting up his infamous left hook. This lethal strike has been the downfall of many legends in the sport, including Israel Adesanya and Jamahal Hill, both of whom fell victim to Pereira's precision and power inside the octagon. On the other side of the cage stands Magomed Ankalaev, a fighter with a record of 20 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. Ankalaev is a different kind of beast altogether. Hailing from Dagestan, a region renowned for producing some of the most dominant grapplers in MMA history, Ankalaev is a sambo specialist with a well-rounded skill set. While he is primarily known for his grappling prowess, he also carries knockout power in his hands, making him a dual threat. Ankalaev is currently riding an impressive 13-fight unbeaten streak, got a reputation for suffocating opponents on the ground. The key question: can Pereira keep the fight standing? Ankalaev's camp has openly mocked Pereira's grappling, with one analyst noting, "He's been dancing on TikTok while I've been climbing mountains and swimming in freezing lakes." Ankalaev's trash talk has reached legendary levels. In February 2025, he tweeted, "Alex been making videos like a TikTok chick. He will never be the same after this fight." Pereira, meanwhile, has leaned into his stoic persona, posting training clips with captions like, "Chama," Portuguese for flame, a subtle reminder of his killer instinct. Other fighters have also weighed in. Jamahal Hill, whom Pereira knocked out at UFC 300, called the champ lucky, and accused him of capitalizing on a groin-shot pause. The former champion said, "Now there was a fight and a lot of people have a lot to say. I've seen some of the controversy of people speaking on the stoppage and things like that. With Herb after I kicked Alex in the hip, and it appeared to be a low blow. And I'm just going to say, just protect yourself at all times, you know? My feelings on it honestly just don't matter, you know. Just for the simple fact, a lot of people didn't like how I sold the fight. They didn't like the build-up to the fight, you know. They don't like me personally. So it's irrelevant. I just take it as a lesson learnt, and just grow from it from there. Jiri Prochazka, Pereira's two-time victim, warned, Ankalaev's ground game is a nightmare. Former champion Jiri Prochazka has made a bold prediction. If Ankalaev stays true to his word and keeps the fight standing, he will likely lose to Pereira. Prochazka, who has faced Pereira twice in the octagon, knows firsthand the challenges that come with fighting the current light heavyweight champion. Prochazka emphasized that Ankalaev's best chance of winning lies in utilizing his ground game, which he considers a significant strength. He stated, if Ankalaev will keep his word, if he'll keep his word, I think Alex will win. This sentiment highlights the tactical aspect of the fight. Even Khamzat Chimaev took shots, aligning with Ankalaev and calling Pereira overrated. If talk about predictions, who leaves Las Vegas with the belt? The stakes couldn't be higher. For Pereira, a win cements his status as the UFC's most dominant striker. For Ankalaev, it's a chance to silence doubters and claim a title 7 years in the making. Analysts are split. Pereira's reach and power give him an edge on the feet, but Ankalaev's wrestling could neutralize the Brazilian's offense. Joe Rogan recently shared his insights on the highly anticipated fight between Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev, which is set to take place at UFC 313. His analysis touches on the dynamics of their rivalry and the implications for both fighters. In an episode of his podcast, Rogan discussed the complexities surrounding Pereira's reluctance to fight Ankalaev immediately. He pointed out that while Ankalaev is a formidable opponent, Pereira seems to be using strategic delays as a response to Ankalaev's trash talk. Rogan noted, Ankalaev is very dangerous, and he's been on a winning streak for a long time, but Alex doesn't like that he talks SHT. So he's like, feck him, make him wait, 12.
Craig Jones, Gordon. Look how big Pereira is. Alex Pereira's cornering Sean Strickland. Look how big he is, dude.
How about him and Aspinall were supposed to do it?
How big is Pereira? That's so crazy that they fought, and now Pereira's the light heavyweight champ. Who the fuck has ever won 2 world titles quicker than that guy?
Tank.
Without a doubt. I think with Izzy, though, like he talked about that left leg getting compromised, the calf kicks. You know, I mean, Pereira landed like 6 calf kicks in that first round, like hard ones. Yeah, that's why I'm amazed that Pereira, who's walks around like 40 pounds heavier than 185. I mean, he's fucking huge.
Yeah, but usually the big boys also could have more water to release. You know, the 205ers, the 85ers, the heavyweights.
Former UFC champion Daniel Cormier recently had an interesting interaction with Pereira, where he demonstrated Pereira's infamous calf kick technique. Cormier expressed his admiration for Pereira's striking skills, emphasizing how effective they can be in a fight. In a light-hearted exchange, Pereira showcased the kick while joking about its intensity, highlighting his confidence and skills.
Alex Pereira kicked my leg. I was like, this shit hurts.
That dude has the weirdest leg kicks. They're so sneaky.
My cousin had the
He's
greatest.
so clever at it.
My cousin had the greatest analogy for Pereira.
He said he'll keep fighting guys, and then there'll be nowhere to run. If he gets through this fight on Saturday, and I walk up to him with that microphone, in English, could he say, Pereira, stop running? Because then that would get him a title fight. If he could say that in English, look at that camera, that would get him a title fight.
Alex, stop running away.
Stop running away.
Yeah, like this. Alex, stop running away. Alex, stop running away. Say that all together.
Alex, stop running away.
UFC 313 isn't just about gold, it's about legacy. Will Pereira's fists write another knockout chapter, or will Ankalaev's grappling rewrite the story? With bad blood, bold predictions, and a main event guaranteed to deliver fireworks, March 8th can't come soon enough. As Pereira would say, chama. Let it burn. So what are your thoughts on this upcoming super fight? Who will lead this fight? Share your thoughts in the comments section. And don't forget to like and subscribe Punch Talk for more MMA and UFC updates.